All right, hey gang, what's going on? It's I'm doing some lunchtime design streams right now, so we're working on the Color Mana Spell Point variant rule updates for 2024 D&D 5e. I published a Color Mana Spell Point variant rules system back in 2018 on the DMsGuild, and I ran it in a number of campaigns. And it's due for a glam up and some rule revisions, and with the new 5e24 rules changing how some spells and mini class features work inside of D&D. This is a great opportunity for me to update the rules and to update the books with the level of quality that I'm growing to become accustomed to in the books that I build. So I'm going to continue work. The Color Mana system comes from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And Wizards of the Coast owns both Magic the Gathering and Wizards of the Coast. So it's completely viable for them to be able to cross over between those two IPs freely as they want. We've seen that already in the Ravnica campaign, Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, Curriculum of Chaos, Strixhaven, and the Mythic Odysseys of Theros. And those are three settings. We also had the what was it? The Lorwyn jump spot in with the Forgotten Realms 24 books, and there was also the Eldraine Monster Manual that came out last year that we reviewed on here for color compliance. And so then there's all the plane plane jump books, or plane shift, all the plane shift editions that are on the DMsGuild that was published by the WotC staff and placed there as a campaign guide for like Kaladesh and like Ikoria and Ixalan and blah blah blah. Well, the 5-color mana system is a way of replacing the 8 schools of magic with the 5 colors of magic in Wizards of the Coast, in Magic the Gathering. The 5 colors are white, blue, black, red, and green. And the idea is to use a mana pool that is devoted to colors. You could just use you could just use spell slots and use the color magic system to categorize and learn spells with. And just spend a spell slot and a red spell. I use a spell slot, and like as a 3rd level spell slot, I cast Fireball. It's a red spell. Describe as you please. Or you could get like really technical, and then you have spell points. So instead of spending a 3rd level spell slot, you could spend 3 mana to cast Fireball, and there you go. You cast Fireball, and or you can get really technical with it for more ludonarrative and mechanical and tactical depth. You can assign each point of mana to a specific color. And like say if I want to cast Fireball, it takes 3 mana. 1 point has to be red and the other 2 points can be any color that I want. So if I want to cast spells from all 5 colors, I would take my mana pool and I would diversify. Like I'm going to take 3 red, and that might be like 2 white, 6 blue, 3 black, 5 red. I already said red already, but I updated it to 5, and then 5 green. And when I run out of red mana, I can't cast red spells anymore until I take a short or long rest and reassign some of my mana to be devoted to a different color. And whenever I get mana back, I can assign those immediately as well. Bonus spells that you get from your subclass, they can always be cast with any color. So a red-blue character and a green-black character can both cast, if they were like, say, both Fey Wanderer Warlocks but had different color identities, they would all be able to cast Misty, even though Misty Step is a white-blue spell, I believe. Let's look at it. Misty Step. Yeah, even though Misty Step is white-blue magic in Magic the Gathering, if I had a red-green character or a blue-green, black-green character, even though I don't have white and blue naturally in my mana pool, because like that Misty Step and all other 9 spells that are part of the subclass, you can cast them with any color magic that you want. So whatever your identity is, just use whatever mana. They're your bonus spells. You can always cast them. They're always prepared. So the mana doesn't matter. You can, like, if if Misty Step is normally a white-blue spell, but you're playing a Rakdos Warlock, and you want to use Misty Step as a red-black or both red-black-blue, with red and black spell color, when you spend the 2 points of mana, you just decide what color they are because they're your bonus spells. So when we redesign the system and republish it, even though Wizards doesn't give all subclasses 10 bonus spells anymore, we're giving all classes 10 bonus spells so that you can take advantage of this loose mana mechanic if you decide to go deep like that. If you decide to keep using the spell slots or just spell points without color identities, but just the magic has a color, but the spell points and the spell slots don't, that's your level of depth. And you decide that when you play your character or during your session 0, however your team wants to play. There's a ton of variables there that let you run the game that you want. They're all optional stacking rules. So if you think this stuff is cool, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications when we're live in the future. And hold on, give me a hot second here. I need to take care of some window garbage, and I don't want to tilt my screen at you guys. So I'll be right back on screen with you. Bloop, there we go. All right, back to work. So that's how the colors work. So each spell is going to be devoted to one or more colors depending on what the descriptors are. So if we go back up to the front of the page here, here's the damage types. So if a spell deals a type of damage, it's going to be included with these colors. Like all acid spells are going to be black and red. Black and green. All lightning spells are going to be red. All fire spells are going to be red. Forests are all going to be white, blue, and red. Or other kicker effects. And other kicker sort of effects could be like different aspects. Like if a spell allows you to grant advantage to other people, then that would be a white sort of spell. Healing magic is both white and green. So like cure wounds, that's automatically going to be white and green. Like temporary hit points typically is white and green as well, and depending on what it is, could also be black. Soul magic, like divination, like divinity magic, soul magic for black, and spirits for green, generally means like resurrection, raise dead type spells are white, black, green spells. So like for example, let's go down and look at the cantrip. What's it called? What cantrip am I trying to think of? Spare the Dying? White and green. Sorry, it's white. Yeah, white and green because it prevents your body from actually dying. So there you go. That's a white and green sort of magic. Anyway, so we're gonna keep going through the list of spells that are in the revised Player's Handbook. I'm gonna peel this window out here. And then let's drop into the big list of spells in D&D Beyond. We're currently working our way through 2nd level. These things take time. So I'm just taking, today I get to work from home. Tomorrow I get to work from home. So I'll have an opportunity to do spell stuff like this. I might have time Saturday morning. I don't know what my schedule is like yet. But I might be on to do some online stuff with this as well. And then we'll be back next week working on these things during the week as well. Hey, Steve, it's good to see you. So, without further ado, let's get back into it. So we're looking at Lesser Restoration. It's an instant duration. That's not going to change. You can touch a creature and end one condition. Blind, deaf, paralyzed, poison. That's going to be white. Yeah, it's white-green. And it is an instant spell. So no changes there. Right now we're checking to see if we still like the duration. We have a little bit more depth in duration, and I'll talk about them as they come along. And we've had some changes to the colors of each spell. So we're going through and we're just doing an audit, just to make sure that we like it and that it's to make sure it's up to snuff with our current understanding of how the 5 colors in the Magic system work mechanically with the D&D 5e game engine. So restore stuff. It removes conditions. That's a white and green sort of thing to do. And so there you go. It's 2 mana. One has to be white or green, and then the other spell point can be anything that you want. Let's keep moving on. Levitation. Levitate is a concentration spell that lasts 10 minutes. Because you can target people, you can target yourself with it. And if you did, there wouldn't be any reason to put a timer on it. However long you want to maintain concentration on levitate, go ahead and levitate. I don't have a problem with that normally mechanically. However, you can target other people with it. So if I were to levitate somebody off of the ground and then walk away or like plane shift to another dimension and I'm still maintaining concentration on that spell, it's effectively going to leave that creature hanging there in levitation until it can find a way down. If it's like in the middle of space or whatever, it'll never be able to move again, as long as you're maintaining concentration. Because that has a detrimental effect that can impact another creature, we retain the time, we retain the duration. Spells that affect yourself or don't give any like massive combat advantages to have it active, or has great consequences if it fails, we allow that concentration to last as long as you want, as long as you can maintain concentration when making concentration checks. Like Fly, for instance, is a spell that we will leave up and running without a duration until the concentration fails, because once your concentration, assumedly if you're flying, your concentration goes out, you're going to fall to your doom. So you're going to be careful with you're not going to fly into a storm while trying to concentrate, because that storm can knock out your concentration. So you're going to be cautious with it. But like Hold Person is, I paralyze somebody and they have to make saving throws to get out of it. Eventually they will. But if I go to another plane of existence, I walk away from this guy, something happens, maybe he's asleep, then the spell would effectively never end, and this guy remains paralyzed forever. That's more than what it's supposed to be. So that's the difference between the asterisk and the open prompt. Like when we put in a concentration and we add an asterisk, that means the magic will naturally bleed off on its own after 10 minutes, or when your concentration breaks, whichever one is first, which is normal. But spells that don't have a C next to it, like Enlarge, Reduce, you can maintain that on yourself for as long as you can concentrate on it. Same thing with Enhanced Ability. You can hold concentration and keep it for as long as you can possibly sustain it. I'm looking at you, Detect Thoughts. Like Cloud of Daggers does 44 points of damage per round. That should be something that has a limit on how long it lasts. But like maintaining friendly relations with, maintaining neutral relations with a hostile creature, that is the sort of thing that you should be able to sustain as long as possible without it bleeding off first. So you are this is going to be an editable sheet for anyone that ends up buying these things. This editable sheet is included in the download, so you can go through it, you can audit and change the colors and the duration of spells as appropriate to you or for a specific character. You can use this as the big spell. Like we'll have a breakdown of like wizard, cleric, sorcerer, druid, paladin, ranger, like all the separated spell lists. We'll have all those broken down from this list to make it easy for you to sort through what spells are yours. And this is just the master list that makes it just easy to go and look at all the spells. So that's what's going on there. So Levitate, one creature or loose object, vertical. Transmutation tends to be blue and red magic, sometimes green. Levitate isn't particularly green. Like if it was like changing, like change shape or like animal shape or alter self, things like that. Those would fall into the green category because you're changing your physiology. That's a very green thing to do. But like changing things, change is very red related, while blue in general is like illusion, enchantment, transmutation type magic in general. Those like blue is almost always transmutation. It's just an issue of whether or not it's also green and or red. So it has a lot of variables in there. So I'm reading this as red, as blue and red concentration asterisk. And Levitate white isn't appropriate. Blue and red is correct. Locate animal and plant. It shows here blue and green, divination and animals and instant effect. That's probably appropriate. Let's see how this thing shakes out. Instant duration. Describe the name of a specific kind of beast, plant, creature, or non-magical plant. You learn the direction and distance of the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles if they are present. So, yep. IUG, easy peasy. Locate object. Concentration, 10 minutes, huh? Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location. If that object is 1,000 feet of you, if the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you if you have it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, weapon. The spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead blocks a direct path between you and the object. So yeah, that's a blue spell. Concentration, and I'm getting rid of the asterisk. So it just remains active until you let it go. Magic Mouth is probably going to be instant lingering, and if it's a force effect, it'll be white, blue, and red. You know, plant a message within an object in range. That feels very blue. Message is uttered to trigger condition. There's an object you can see that isn't being worn. I'm curious. Magic the Gathering, Magic Mouth. Image. There is no Magic Mouth spell. I thought there might be for some reason, but there isn't. So, fair. Let's see. When you plant a message, an object. Yep, okay, until dispelled. So that's going to be I with an asterisk. So you cast the spell, and it just remains until it's dispelled. So I asterisk. And I don't see blue. I don't see red being in it because it's illusion. Yeah, so we're going to restrict that. Magic weapon. Hey, thank you, Timely Timer. We're making good. Magic weapon duration is 1 hour. So that's going to be an I asterisk for the magic effects immediately, and then it just bleeds off over the course of an hour. Don't need to maintain concentration on it. There you go. But it's short. It's short term. You touch a non-magical object, magic weapon until the spell ends. The weapon becomes a magic +1. Bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. The spell ends early if you cast it again. Huh, okay. So that's going to be I with an asterisk, and it gains higher pluses as you level it up. I asterisks, I think that's going to be white. I asterisk, and am I okay with this being red? No, it's not a particular damage type. I'm going to restrict it to white. Melf's Acid Arrow. We know it's acid, so it's automatically going to be black and green because, again, the list that we have up here, the black and green list. 1 second. There, now we have a reference guide. Change, creation, earth, fire, emotion, impulse. None of those things say magic weapon. But protection, restraint, cooperation. Probably adding. 1 second. Go back here. There we are. List. Melf's Acid Arrow. There. Just getting my shit arranged. Let's see. Yeah. Acid Arrow. Instant I. No asterisk. BG. Because acid is black-green energy. Cold is white, blue, green energy. Fire is red. Force is white, blue, red. Lightning is red. Necrotic is black. Poison is black, green. Psychic is white, blue, black. Radiance is white. Thunder is blue, red, and green. BPS is colorless. And here's some aspects that define what magic is all about. Anyone that's interested in these things, by the way, the original 2018 bundle, it is located here on the DMs Guild. It is a bundle of 6 different books in the series. They all have 100% free preview, and it's like 33% off. If you wanna support me doing this stuff, because with any luck, I'll be doing this for years. Again, they're all free preview. Buy something if you want to support me. You can subscribe if you want to show non-monetary support, or you can join my Patreon. God bless. But this is the Color Mana Spell Point Variant Rules revised spell list. We're going to integrate this into the core mechanics book and update this document with the 5e24 rules. You can see it has all these aspects of Magic. So if you want this reference, you can click on this link that's right here in the description, and that'll bounce you to the page where the bundle is at, and you can click on each individual page into the revised color list, and then you can hit preview, and that'll pop open this right here. So that'll get you there. All the other books, like I've got a bunch of other books on DMsGuild. They're all 100% free preview and chock full of my art and ideas. So if you think that stuff is cool, check it out. And be welcome to join my Discord, which is also linked down below if you want to participate in any kind of playtesting and stuff that we got going on. Well met. Let's see, where am I at? Here and here. Thank you. So, Mind Spike. If Mind Spike does psychic damage, this is going to be pretty easy, right? You drive a spike of psionic energy into the mind of one creature that you see within range. It makes a wisdom saving throw and takes psychic damage. Aha! Psychic damage on a failed save. And then what happens? You always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. While you have this knowledge, the target can't be hidden from you. So that is definitely white, blue, black energy because of the psychic. It's a concentration spell. I'm okay with it being concentration with a limit. C dot, and yeah, I was right. It is WUB. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on, my guy? Is that better? The microphone was a little distant. Perhaps I sound closer now. And thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, I can barely hear myself in the distance now, so I think that's probably good. Thank you for the shout out. Mirror image. That's illusion magic that automatically puts it in the blue space. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space until the spell ends. The duplicates move with you and mimic your movements. Each time a creature hits you with an attack roll, during the spell's duration, roll a d6 for each of your remaining duplicates. If any other d6s roll, I'm going to call that is mirror image. That's blue. Yeah, we're just going to call it blue. So it is going to be I asterisk blue. Perfect. I asterisk blue. Misty Step. Teleportation. Teleportation effects are always white, blue. Any other effect might add another color to it. Briefly surround in silvery mist, which is just flavor text. It's not actually an element. 30 feet occupied space. That is I. And there we go. White, blue. Let's move on to the next page. Our goal is to finish the rest of the second level spells and get into third level spells in we have about 30 minutes to do that. So I think we're going to be looking good pretty much today. Moonbeam. Moonbeam is going to be, it's moonlight. So that generally speaks of white and green, not black specifically because it's getting rid of darkness, not creating it. Level 2, 1 minute concentration, 40-foot high cylinder, dim light, cylinder magic. Let's see. Fail safe. It's radiant damage, so that's going to be white and green, and creates a shape-shifted. And if the creature is shape-shifted as a result of the polymorph spell, for example, it reverts it to its true form and can't shape-shift until it leaves the cylinder. That makes me feel like it's blue, and there's more damage if you up it. So I'm going to call this one white, blue, and green, and it's concentration with an asterisk. I'm adding blue because it suppresses the transformation ability or invisibility. So that generally feels like a blue idea to me. Distill's magic aura, that's probably going to be like raw blue, but let's look at it. Instant, 24 hours. So it's going to be I with an asterisk. With a touch, you place an illusion on a willing creature or an object that isn't being worn or carried. A creature gains the mask effect below, and an object gains the false aura. So that's definitely blue. The effect lasts for the duration. If you cast a spell on the same target every day for 30 days, the illusion lasts until dispelled. Okay. Mask, creature. Choose a creature type other than the target's actual type. Spells and other magical effects. Treat the creature as if it were a creature of the chosen type. A false aura. Target appears to spell magical effect. Its effect magical auras. Such as, yeah, okay, so that's just blue. That is I asterisk blue. Easy enough. And Pass Without Trace. That's a concentration spell. 1 hour concentration. Moonbeam feels to me. Hold on. Let me get that text. I'm always messing around with this window. There. Moonbeam feels black white to you. The moon only beams at night, but it destroys darkness. The light destroys darkness. It has an entropy effect on transformed creatures, ending the transformation. It's suppression. I would argue it's suppression magic, which is very blue energy, and green because of the natural light that it creates. I mean, you are welcome to grab the spreadsheet and make alterations as you see fit because your D&D is your D&D, and you can debate with DMs. My current understanding puts it in white, blue, and green. If you wanted to go black, white with it, then you are more than welcome to do so. Absolutely welcome to do so. Pass Without Trace is Concealing Aura, that feels blue, which creates you and creatures have a +10 dexterity check bonus and leave no tracks. And leave no tracks. That feels, I'm going to call this one, I think this one feels blue-green. Good enough. Duration. Do I want to make that persistent? No, but I think I'm okay. Yeah, we're okay with that. Phantasmal Force. Concentration, asterisk for a minute. You attempt to craft an illusion, so that's going to put it in the blue school right away. 10-foot cube. Study action, intelligence, while affected the creature, the target treats the phantasm as if it were real. Yeah, that's an affected creature, a target that can take an affected target can even take damage from the illusion if the phantasm represents a dangerous creature or hazard. It deals psychic damage. Okay, so psychic damage automatically puts it in white, blue, black. And it's a concentration asterisk. White, blue, black. And Prayers of Healing. Moonbeam feels... Oh, black, blue. Oh, okay. Prayer beads. Prayer of healing. Sorry, instantaneous. It's a healing spell. It's automatically put it in the white-green space. Any other kickers that go along with it? Nope. So, IWG. Protection from poison. Poison. It's pretty much going to put it in the protection from poison. It's probably going to put it in the white, black, green space. You touch a creature and end the poison condition. Okay, that's going to put it in white, green. And target has advantages on saving throws. Yeah, that's white, green. Is it concentration? No, it's I with a 1 hour burn off. And just because it says poison in the title, again, things that like darkness being dispelled by light, getting rid of paralysis, getting rid of a detriment. None of those are positive enforcement or protection or warding type ideas. So like white and green are appropriate, but like getting rid of poison isn't the same as poisoning. Green works both sides because green is both poison. Green is both poison magic as well as healing. So removing the poison condition is very appropriate for green. And poison damage is black, but healing, there's nothing about healing or removing conditions at all that we have in our current understanding of black. So that's why we limit to white and green, while the damage would say black-green. That's one of the nuances. Let's look at what Ray of Enfeeblement does. It's concentration, 1 minute. That makes sense. Innervation. So innervation is draining somebody of energy. That is a very black effect. Plus it's necromancy. Necromancy is almost always black. Constitution saving throw. Disadvantage on the next turn. Failed save. Disadvantage and strength saves. I think that's just... Wait. Damage to attack rolls. Yeah, that feels like raw black energy to me. I give it blue-black because it was innervating. That's why. Concentration C. Do I want to leave it with blue-black? I could see an argument for blue-black. Are you doing modal spells like Dark Light or Blessed Curse as separate things? Or as a modal spell closer to how they were... I'm literally just taking the spells from the 24 Players Handbook and translating them to my best of understanding of what the color is. So, Bless and Curse are separate spells. So, like, Bless would be white, Curse would be black. But I don't think they have like Detect Good and Evil. That's blue, white, and black, for instance. I mean, white and black don't necessarily mean good and evil, but they track to it pretty closely. I think I did that. Oh, we haven't gotten to that yet. That's 3rd level. We'll get to it. Detect Good and Evil is a divination spell. Detect Evil and Good. Oh, that's right, because Detect Evil and Good detects different types of creatures now. So that's how we ended up being across white, blue, black, red, green, because all of those colors represent either celestials, fae, or fiends and beasts. Those are the 4 types of creatures that you can detect, and those 4 types of creatures span the entire gamut of the colors. So Detect Evil and Good happens to be all 5 colors. Protection from Evil and Good might end up being all 5 colors as well. We haven't gotten there yet, but it may very well. Rope Trick. That's probably going to be a blue-green, probably a blue-red spell. 1 hour. So it's going to be instant with a burn-off effect. You touch a rope. One end of it hovers towards the rope top. Extra-dimensional space. Extra-dimensional spaces mean white. So I believe white, blue, and red makes sense on this one. And it's I**. Scorching Ray is red. I'm going to call that as an instant spell. And it's fire damage, so that's IR. Pretty straightforward. Hey, what's up? Rope Trick is total blue energy. Yeah, very blue energy. Extra-dimensional space and teleportation stuff tends to be white in Magic the Gathering, so we just give it the benefit of that color just for the cross compatibility. I don't necessarily agree with white being teleportation, but all teleportation stuff that they have in MTG is pretty much white and blue, so I'm okay with it. See Invisibility, that's going to be blue for revealing magic. It's I dot blue. Shatter. A loud noise. Clap. Constitution save. Thunder damage. URG. So URG. There we go. That hasn't changed. I haven't changed. Shining Smite. What up? 1 minute duration. Concentration. How does that work? Takes radiant damage. That's white. Sheds bright light, still white. And advantage to hit it. It can't benefit from invisible condition. I could argue that puts it into the blue space. Let's call it C. Let's call it C.WU. Hey, how about that? And silence. Silence is concentration, 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So a C asterisk. No sound can be created within or passed through the 20 foot. This feels like it's illusion, so that it automatically drops it into the blue skull. It's removing sound. That feels like it's blocking sound from entering the space. So that has white vibes for like warding and protection. And it's deafening things. That feels that has like kind of like how sleep is a green sort of thing because it's like a natural process. I think let's look at blindness, deafness. Let's see how that one landed because I suspect this is going to be the same. Yeah, white, blue, black. That makes sense. Yeah, because of suppression. Okay, that makes sense. So, concentration with an asterisk. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it white-blue. I think I'm going to leave it white-blue-green. Spider Climb is going to be green. Concentration C. I think of Rope Trick as both invisibility, illusion of disappearing, and the creation of a void. Missing space between planes. Yeah. I don't see how black ties into that. Creation of I don't see the ties of creating extra-dimensional spaces. Hold on. Let's go to. Thank you, Timely Timer. 20 minutes left on my block. Portable Hole is a white spell, and it creates Rope Trick is literally creating a temporary portable hole that you can climb into. So that's where I get the white from. But I haven't seen anything that enforces or encourages the idea of extra-dimensional spaces or teleportation being related to black. Concentration 1 hour. That 1 hour I think is probably fine. One willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces. I'm going to put Spider Climb as just an open concentration, no limits, and I'm just going to call it green. So CG. Yeah, there we go. It's a negative space that's temporary, unlike creating a lesser demiplane. I'll have to think about that one. Spike growth. That's going to be green. Concentration 10 minutes. Piercing damage. When it doesn't deal any particular type of damage, it generally falls into the green space. Difficult terrain is green. Camouflage green. Okay, yep, that's all green. C asterisk green. Is that right? 5 foot area. Difficult terrain, yeah, C asterisk green. C asterisk. Spiritual weapon. Floating weapon. On a hit, let's see. What kind of damage does it deal? Create a floating spectral force that represents a weapon. The force appears within range of a space. You can immediately attack. Make one melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet. On a hit, that takes force damage. So white, blue, black. White, blue, red energy. There you go. C asterisks, white, blue, red. Suggestion. Enchantment magic. That's going to be... Enchantment is generally blue and black. Concentration, 8 hours. I'm good with that. Charm condition. Yeah. C.UB. Rope Trick is a super fucking cool spell. I agree. It's such a great cheat. Nobody expects the characters to be taking a short rest above you in an invisible chamber in your dungeon hallway. Such a great spell. great use of 2 mana. I completely agree. Let's see. Summon Beast. Green spell. Beasts are always green. Concentration 1 hour. I'm good with that. Anything else to mention here? Nope. Okay. So that's going to be C asterisk G. I'm thinking I can simplify this, I'm still thinking it through. Because there's a ton of stuff that's ending up with the, like before we didn't have this asterisk modifier. It used to be that you turn the thing on and it just stays on for however long you can maintain concentration. Then we were really brutal about concentration. But we're having so many spell updates that are like, go ahead and you keep the duration in force. I'm thinking I should flip this to be that if like it would then be like concentration asterisk. If concentration has an asterisk next to it, that means that it doesn't end at its normal duration. It can be sustained for however long you can maintain concentration. I think that's going to be a better way of wording this overall. But I'm going to finish the route this way, and I'll go back through and I'll edit it to invert the way that it's supposed to be. But that's just that it's becoming apparent that maintaining the duration is a good idea. So let's see, a warding bond that tends to be white magic. Touch another creature, Mystic Connection, has resistance to all damage, and you take some of the damage for it. You know what? Damaging yourself? I could see that being a black effect. So I think I want to put warning. I think I want to put warning bond into IDOT. Actually, I'm going to put it down for concentration. No, because you're always taking damage. That's kind of mean. So we'll put it in for instant with its duration built in, and we'll call it white black. I think that feels good. Why is warding bond all damage types on my list? And it has resistance to all damage. That's why, because resistance to different damage types is often that damage type. I don't think that's appropriate though. I think C dot, and then I think just white. I think white and black is the way to go with that one. Web. Concentration with an asterisk for sure. Webs aren't anchored. Web is a very green vibe. Web. You're right, we should go to Scryfall. Web. Green. Enchanted creature. There you go. So web is defined as green. We're going to call it green. Concentration asterisk. Zone of truth. Zone of truth. Enchantment. Blue-black energy going on there. You create a magical zone guarded against deception. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell area for the first time or on each of its turn has to make a charisma save, and it cannot lie, so it's being suppressed. So yeah, blue-black energy coming off the Zone of Truth, and it is an I.UB. And I don't think it stands with blue. I don't think white stands for that anymore. Animate Dead's gonna definitely be black energy. It's going to be I with a dot. Oh, yeah, instant. Okay, I'll go with that. Instant. Yeah, I was including the asterisk because of the duration. Some have duration and some don't with an instant spell. Yeah, I can flip this. So I'm going, oh, hey, we're in the 3rd level. Not bad. How much time do I have left? I got 10 minutes left. So let's flip the script. I'm gonna finish processing. We're going to copy this. We're going to insert copied cells. I'm going to quickly fix the asterisk swap. Yeah, we can maintain Blade Ward as long as we want to. And I can get rid of the I- symbol. It's just instant now. That simplifies things. That's going to be C dot. It's just I now. Have all these up as long as you want. As long as you can maintain concentration, go for it, boss. You can have it. But like Fog Cloud, that shouldn't be infinite. It should only be, it has its set duration, and you have to maintain concentration on it. Let's grab this one. There we go. And I'll catch up with you in a second there, chat. Just give me a moment. I'm almost up to date. So detect thoughts. Yeah, you can keep detect thoughts on. I'm fine with you just keeping that on. And just bouncing from mind to mind. Dragon's Breath. I'm fine with you having that on. Am I fine with you having that on? Hold on. Let's go double check that one before we get into 3rd level stuff again. Let me check Dragon's Breath. What's up? 5 concentration is terrible. Dragon's Breath is what I'm looking for. Thank you. The Dragon's Breath. Cone of damage. Yeah, that should have a limited concentration limit on it. Like that. And then enhance ability. Sorry, like this. This one, yeah, this one can be active as long as you maintain concentration. And large, you can maintain that one for as long as you want on concentration. Enthrall. Let's double check that one real quick. Wisdom save. Yeah. That one has an effect, has a limit. Flame Blade, I'm okay with that not having a limit. Flaming Sphere, I want a limit. Limit. Locate object, no need for a limit. Limit Mind Spike. Almost done. Moonbeam needs a limit. Pass Without Trace needs a limit. Phantasmal Force needs a limit. Raven Feeblement needs a limit. Limit. No need for a limit on Spider Climb. Limit on Spike Growth. I still feel like Spiritual Weapon. Yeah, Spiritual Weapon does not need a limit. I'm okay with you just maintaining that. But Suggestion should have a limit. Summon Beast should have a limit. Warding Bond. I'm okay with Warding Bond not having a limit. If you want to keep that thing up and running all day, that's on you. Because you're going to keep taking damage while you do. I think that's totally fine. Okay, we've now simplified the world. Delete. Now it's going to be either ICP and only concentration will have an asterisk next to it, and if it does, it has no duration. It just stays active for however long you can maintain concentration on it. That becomes you. And let me just catch up. That's where we're at. Okay, so that's the end of my lunch shift. I've got to kick out of here. I'm going to hit save. I'm really happy where this is going. I like the revisions to 2024 in general. And I like Gentle Repose. That no longer has to have a limit. Get rid of that. Limit, Flame Blade, no limit. That's fine. Enlarge, no limit. I'm fine with that. Now, actually, I am going to put a limit on Enlarge because you can enlarge objects outside of yourself. Nah, let's give it to you. Let's experiment with that one and just give it to us. Save. All right, that's it now. I'll be back tomorrow morning to do more artwork. I'm going to be back at lunch around the same time tomorrow to continue. We'll take care of 3rd level spells tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'll be streaming. I will not be streaming Thursday night because of family, but I will be streaming Friday morning, more artwork, and I'm not sure when I'm getting together with, I think I'm getting together with family on Thursday afternoon. So I think I'll have time to do artwork in the morning, but then that's all I'll have for the day. Saturday morning, like my 6:30 coffee morning stream, I expect to be online doing this stuff probably for like 2 or 3 hours, and then we'll finish for the day, probably 2 hours. And then I'll be off on Saturday. I won't playtest on Saturday. I'll be off on Sunday like usual. And then Monday we'll go back to normal, doing artwork in the morning. And then game design in the evening. I think on Monday and Tuesday lunch, I should be here to do game design. Friday next week, I should be here online doing spell conversion at lunchtime. I suspect by Friday next week, we'll have this full list completed. And once we do, we'll be clear to just go ahead and update the book. So this is the bundle. This is the book that we're updating right now, the revised 5-color magic spell list. We are now going to update that, and we'll publish that, and we'll probably have that up and running. Here's the preview of it. So I'll probably have that update and resolved maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday, like a week from Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Like maybe February 15th, we'll have this revised and updated on DMsGuild for people to grab, and we'll include this editable spell list that I've been building with it. And as you can see, this is a pay what you want. It's a silver medal. It's a silver bestseller as a where does it show my bits? Spell PDF. There it is. Silver bestseller. I've had maybe like 175, 200 copies of this sold so far. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate your support. The bundle that this comes from, the bundle itself, if you purchase everything, it's 36% off. But I'll tell you this right now: the revised Color Mana spell list, Point Warlocks, and this was a fun little preview thing. The Spell Point variant rule staff preview. It's got a bunch of magic staffs in it. But those 3 books are pay what you want, and then if you do, it'll trim off an additional $250 off of it, and the total's $19. That'll if you grab those things as pay what you want and then buy the bundle, it drops the cost to $16.50. So $16.50 gets you about 200 pages worth of content for everything that you need to convert spellcasting into D&D 5e Magic, into the 5-color Magic system. But if you buy these books, I'm not publishing and selling them again fresh. I'm just literally updating this book so that when you get this book and you open up the preview, this will all be revised with the current spell list Magic. So there you go. There you go. Check that shit out if you're interested. You can join my Discord server here if you want to play test stuff or ask questions, like if you want to use this stuff. Here's a bunch of books that I've also created. They all have 100% free review. They're full of my ideas and my design ideas and my artwork that I illustrate. Anyway, I ran out of steam. I'm out of here, guys. I will see everybody in the morning. Cheers. Thanks a lot for being here.